The Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog has got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code HGP. Hello and welcome to this player prop edition of the Hockey Gambling Podcast. I am your host, Ryan Gilbert, riding solo here for this prop show on Tuesday, November 4th. If you're looking for our full show, we recorded that on a Monday evening, going over tonight's 10-game slate, but we wanted to get a player prop show in here for the 10-game slate, and then going to go over the 5 or 6 games we have on Wednesday. 4 games there on Wednesday, five on Wednesday. So close out the show with that. Start with some player props here at the top, but of course, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star rating and review there. Same thing on Spotify, and of course, subscribe to the YouTube. Ring that bell so you know when we go live. Get notified for that, and like and comment on all of the videos there as well. Got a 10-game slate here on Tuesday, November 4th. I got a few player props I'm looking at for each of them, so guess we'll get right into that right now. Let me share my screen to get some of these odds up on the screen here. I'm going to start with the Bruins and Islanders game here. Let me just situate this the best way possible for the YouTube viewers. Yeah, here we go. We got the Bruins and Islanders. I'll start it off with Matthew Schaefer. Matthew Schaefer, 3+ shots on goal is plus 105 here at DraftKings. You can get it plus 110, plus 114 elsewhere. He's been firing the puck a bunch for the Islanders. He's leading the way in the Calder Trophy race. You can go with the safer over 1.5 for a lot of juice there on that one at minus 245. He's done that though in 5 straight games, but in 4 of them he's had at least 3 shots on goal. He's been taking a lot of shot attempts as well. 6 shot attempts last game, and he already played against Boston once in Boston. He had 7 total shot attempts, and he had 5 of them on net there. So now at home, I think he keeps that going. So Matthew Schaefer, 3+ shots on goal, plus 105. And then going over to the Bruins side of things, gonna attack that Bruins top line. Morgan Geekie has been great there for the Bruins. He's on the top line now with Pasternak. So see Pasternak here to get a point is minus 285. No, give me Geekie here at minus 130. He's been pretty hot there for the Bruins. I think he had a goal in 4 straight before last game, so he's been hot. He's been able to find the score sheet there, and against the Islanders last week, he had a point in that one as well, and in 2 or 3 meetings last year against the Islanders here. So expecting a high scoring game. So maybe look for a point stack even. Pasternak and Geekie here together. What would that be at? That get you to not allowed to do that together there apparently. So but that's something you can look to do at other books if they offer line stacking. It could be an option there for Geeking Pasternak. Also do like Pavel Zacha. He's on the second line now with Middlestat and Victor Arvidsson, but he is on the top power play unit. I like to get him an assist here at plus 145, plus 135 here. As an assist in 3 straight and 6 of his past 8. That does include last week against the Islanders and all 3 games against the Islanders last year. So he likes playing the boys from Long Island there. So looking at Zacha, looking at Morgan Geekie on the Bruins side, and then for the Islanders, looking for a Matthew Schaefer, maybe a Matthew Schaefer point as well. He seems to be doing a lot on offense for the Islanders. How has he done recently? 2 points last game after a bit of a drought. He's a minus 105 for a point. So probably just stick with the shots on goal there for Matthew Schaefer tonight. All right, going to my Flyers at the Canadians, also at 7 p.m. here. Going to start with the only guy on the Flyers really generating any offense is Trevor Zegras. He has 13 points in 12 games. Going down here, he is minus 115 for a point. I don't mind that at all, but I am going to look for him at an assist at plus 150. He had an assist in 4 straight before last game, has an assist in all but what, 3 games this season. So he's been great for the Flyers there. Great offseason addition so far there. So plus 150 for him to get an assist. Don't mind him to get a point if you want to play it safer in case he does find the back of the net. Same kind of thing with Lane Hudson on the other side there. He's minus 165 here to get an assist, minus 140 at FanDuel. Much better price there because that's what he does. He gets assists. He does get the rare goal, and it's not really that much more for him to get a point, minus 175 rather than minus 165 on DraftKings. So if you want to just spend that 10 cents to make sure you don't get screwed if he gets a goal instead of an assist. But he's been an assist in 5 straight and in 2/3 of his games this season so far. But yeah, one more thing on Zegras. Over 1.5 shots on goal at around minus 150. I think that is at here minus 160 on DraftKings. Also potentially over 2.5 at plus 225 or 195. Shop around for that. You got to shop around for these player prop lines. He had 3 or more shots on goal in 3 of his past 5 games and had at least 2 shots in all 5 of those games there. I think he's going to be shooting the puck. Flyers don't shoot the puck very often, but he had 10 attempts last game, 14 attempts the game before. He's getting the puck on net when he can, so I like that. Minus 148 for him to get 2 shots on goal, plus 160 for an assist, and then the Lane Hudson assist as well. Before we move on, make sure you check out the college basketball, college experience. I got college basketball tipping off this week, so make sure you check that out on the SGPN app. All right, moving along here, still at 7 p.m. We got the Hurricanes and Rangers. We got Peter Kochetkov making his season debut in net for the Hurricanes. So I don't like too much in this game. Not sure if the Hurricanes are going to get much against Igor Shesterkin there, but I am looking at Will Cooley on the Rangers second line there. To get a point, he is plus 130. He's been pretty hot as of late. He has a point in 4 straight, including 2 points last game in Seattle. He had a point in 2 of the 4 games last season against the Hurricanes as well. Of course, Carolina is without half of their defense with Slavin, Miller, and Gostisbehere all out. Also, like Will Cooley to get over 1.5 shots on goal is around minus 155, minus 170 here, and 3+ shots on goal you can get at plus 180, plus 175 here on DraftKings. 6 shots on goal last game, 3 in the 2 games before that. No shots, not 1 game before that, but before that, he had 3 shots on goal as well. So 3 shots on goal or more in 4 of his past 5 games. You're getting plus 180 for that there. Carolina typically does not allow a ton of shots on goal, but like I said, with their defense there being a bit decimated, could see Cooley getting 2 or 3 shots here at home against the Hurricanes. And then going to 7 o'clock here again, got the Utah Mammoth at the Buffalo Sabres. We have a revenge game here for JJ Peterka. The Sabres didn't want to pay him, traded him to Utah, where he signed his new contract. He's off to a pretty good start there with the Utah Mammoth, as are the whole team. He has points in 8 out of 12 games so far this season, 4 of his past 5, including a 3-point game. He's not playing too high up the Mammoth lineup. I don't think he's playing on the second line. Okay, with Cooley and Gunther there. So yeah, he should be able to get a point. You can get him to get a point at minus 125. That's the best price out there on the board. And then on the Sabres side of things, looking at Tage Thompson shots on goal, to get 4 is minus 125, minus 135 here. Is it even on here at not seeing it on, here we go, over 3.5, Tage Thompson, minus 135. I do like that. He has 4 or more shots in 6 straight games there, and he had 5 or more in 5 straight before 4 shots on goal in his last game. You can get him to have 5 shots on goal at plus 162 at FanDuel. That is the way I would be looking. Ladder up those Tage Thompson shots against the Mammoth tonight. Okay, before we move down, let's go down to 8 o'clock here. We have the Oilers and the Stars. Not sure what's going to go on in this game now. Got the Smith in net, got the Oilers on a back to back, but gonna go with 2 Stars props and 1 Oilers prop for this one. I'll start with the Oilers. Ryan Nugent Hopkins to get an assist at plus 110 here. Had 2 assists last night in St. Louis. That's a 2-game assist streak and has an assist in 7 of his last 8 games there. Playing on the top line with Connor McDavid and Andrew Mangiapane, playing on the top power play unit there. So like him to stay hot against the Stars. And then on the Stars side of things, I am looking at 2 shots on goal props, starting with Wyatt Johnston, 3+ shots on goal at minus 130, 4+ at plus 195. His last 8 games here, he had 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 3, 3. So really like the ladder chance here with Wyatt Johnston moving up the lineup without Roope Hintz in there. So he's playing top line with Robertson and Rantanen. Gets 3 shots on goal minus 120, 4 plus 195, 5 plus 475 even. He's had that in 2 of his past 5 games. So decent odds there. And the Oilers on the back-to-back, like I said, could be bleeding a lot of shots on the back-to-back with travel in their last back-to-back. Where's the last back-to-back? They went to Detroit, allowed 24 shots on goal, and then went to Vancouver, allowed 27. So could see the Stars top line doing some damage, and going to stay right there on that top line with Jason Robertson, 3+ shots on goal. I'm seeing minus 150, but it's saying minus 160 here on the website. I like him ladder up to 4, 5, maybe even 6, because going back from last game, he had 4, 6, 2, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 3. Like he's been firing a ton of pucks on that here for the Stars. Not too many shot attempts the past 2 games, but he's been hitting the net 4 out of 5 and 6 out of 7 the past 2 games. So minus 150 or better for 3 shots on goal. Or if you want to get him for 4 shots on goal, if you can get plus 150, anything better than that, I would recommend a little step ladder there for the Oilers and the Stars. Robertson at 8 o'clock there. Go to the other 8 o'clock game. Got the Nashville Predators at the Minnesota Wild. Another back-to-back here, I believe. UC Saros started last night for the Predators, so it should be Justice Annunen tonight. And Wild are rightfully big home favorites. Total is at 6.5, so it should be a high-scoring game. And I'm going to target the Wild top line here. Not Kaprizov. Kaprizov's minus 400 to get a point. That's just silly to bet on there. If you're going to take him, take at least 2 points plus 115, or just take his line mates. Marco Rossi minus 175 to get a point. I saw minus 160 out there elsewhere. Yeah, minus 162 if you scroll down to the over under rather than the 1+. So even on these same books, shop the lines are different there. Minus 160 for Rossi to get a point. Centering that top line with Kaprizov, has a 5-game point streak, has 2 multi-point games in that span as well, and had a point in all 3 games last year against the Preds, and has a point in 3/4 of his games this year for the Wild after signing that contract in the offseason. And then the other winger on there on the top line is Marcus Johansson, who was a guy you not really think of as a top line winger, but he's playing a good complementary piece there with Rossi and Kaprizov. He's on a 5-game point streak as well, 6 points in that span. So getting plus odds on him to get a point here, plus 105. Let me see if they let me do any sort of line stack here with a Rossi and Johansson, plus 138. What happens if you add a Kaprizov in there, plus 146? Yeah, you can play around with that if you want, but I think just pick one of them, probably Johansson, for those plus odds there. And then going with our boy Brock Faber, over 1.5 shots on goal, around minus 150 or better. It should be minus 160 here, minus 1. minus 148, 12-cent difference on the same site here. Make sure you look at every option there. 7 straight games with at least 2 shots on goal. Had 3 shots on goal in 4 of those past 7 games, or 5 of the past 7, and 4 of the past 5. So, and over 2.5 shots on goal for Brock Faber is a good number, at least here on FanDuel, plus 225 for Brock Faber to get 3. Let me see what it is here on DraftKings, plus 195. So yeah, shop around for that one. That's probably as high as I would go on the ladder, but if you want to sprinkle like a 4 plus at 5-1 or 5 plus at 14-1, that is something you could potentially look at as well. Just if you want to, he's done that twice in the past 4 games. He had 5 shots and 7 shots, both at home against the Sharks and the Jets. So maybe he can do that against the Predators. Let's see how he did last year against the Preds. He had that's points. That's the completely wrong thing there. Brock Faber, shots on goal against the Predators last year, had 2 in each game. So play it safe with the minus 140. Have my boy Archer here in the chat asking why not to do a power play point SGP for these two. I'm not sure if power play point SGPs are allowed. They're not allowed. So I mean, if you want to take Kaprizov 1 power play point plus 114, and Johansson and Rossi are on the second unit. It's not on the top unit there with Kaprizov. If I wanted a power play point for the Wild, it might be where's Tarasenko at? It might be a sneaky Tarasenko at 3-1, Spurgeon at plus 340. Could be one of those sneaky plays there rather than Kaprizov plus 114. Or Boldy at plus 160. So yeah, plays for the Minnesota game is Brock Faber shots on goal, Johansson shots on goal, Johansson points, and Marco Rossi points there. Oh, I didn't explain Johansson 2+ shots on goal, but he's had at least 3 in 5 of his past 6 games, and 5 straight with 6 straight with 2 or more shots on goal. So take him for 2, take him for 3 at plus 230. Ride him as long as he is on that top line. Okay, we are brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And we're brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. At Novig, you're getting the best prices. Novig is available in 35 plus states. So download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. All right, moving down to 9:30. Got the one of the most exciting matchups on the board. Got the Lightning at the Avalanche here. Not looking at too many props for this one. Just going on the Lightning side. I have Brandon Hagel is the guy I'm really targeting here. He's up on that top line, I believe, with Braden Point and Nikita Kucherov. Also on the top power play unit. So he's been killing it recently. He's minus 150 to get a point here on DraftKings. You can find minus 136 out there. He's on a 5-game point streak. He had 2 points in the first 3 games of that streak and then 1 point in each of the past 2. He had points in both games against the Avalanche last year, putting up 2 in Colorado and then 5 at home against the Avalanche. So he likes playing this Colorado team. Also like Hagel over his shots on goal. You can get over 2.5 at minus 105. He's hit that in 4 straight and 8 of his past 9. He's also had 4 or more shots on goal in 5 of his past 9 and 3 of his past 4. So you can get that around plus 240 at DraftKings or at FanDuel, plus 230 at DraftKings for that Hagel. 4+ shots on goal, but 3+ minus 115 could be a good play as well. If you want to take a few of these guys that are like 3+, 4+, and round robin them around, that's a fun way to limit some risk while having some upside if they do all hit. So targeting Hagel there. Also targeting Hagel's former lineman Anthony Sorelli to get a point at plus 122. Let's see where he is here on DraftKings. He is not listed for some reason. Plus 105. There he is. Plus 105 for Sorelli. Yeah, plus odds on Sorelli. Three game point streak. Has points in over half of his games this year, and had 3 points in 2 games last year against those Avs. Right down to 10 p.m. Got the Panthers at the Ducks, and just pick a Ducks player and take him to get a point. Like the Ducks seem to be on fire right now. I'm going to focus in here on Leo Carlsson. He is on a 6-game point streak, had 4 points against Detroit, 2 points at Florida last week. So he's already shown his muscles there against the Panthers. I like him to get a point at it's juiced up here on DraftKings minus 165. But if you can shop around, get minus 142 at FanDuel. 2 points. I don't know if I would quite go that far, but maybe call your shot with an assist. I think he's done mostly assists this year. 5-game assist streak, 3 assists against Detroit. That you can get that at plus 120. Goal scorer for Leo is plus 225. Maybe that could be enticing. What's his goals like over the past few games? Had a 2-game goal streak, including one against Florida. Didn't score last game, so don't hate that. Plus 225, plus 275 is out there. But yeah, get some bets there on Leo to get a point in any which way. Also, Flyers villain Cutter Gauthier has been hot for the Ducks. 6-game point streak now. 2 points in each of the past 2 games. 2 points during 3 games during that streak. He's minus 125 to get a point on FanDuel, minus 140 on DraftKings here for some reason. And 2 points is plus 420 on FanDuel. He's done that in back-to-back games. He's done that in quite a few games this season already, 4 out of 12 or so games he's played. So that could be worth a look. Definitely look at a point stack here as well for these Ducks, a 2-point stack. You got Carlsson and Gauthier aren't on the same line, but I do like Carlson's winger, Troy Terry, to get a point at minus 150. He didn't have a point last game, which ended a 6-game point streak for him, but he had multiple points in 3 of his 4 games before that. So if you go Terry 2 points, and Leo Carlsson 2 points. What does that get us up to? That gets us up to plus. Feels like it should be more than that, plus 430. When you can get just one of them for plus 295 or plus 320. They've really recalculated these line stack things there. But yeah, Troy Terry points, Carlsson points, Gauthier points. I like those. And then on the Panthers side, I'm just going to keep tacking Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand point is minus 145. He has a point in 82% of his games this season, 4 straight. He's stepping up on the top line for the Panthers when they need him to. Like the Panthers are without Kachuk, that Barkov, obviously. So he's on that second line actually with Lundell and Luosterainen are stepping up from the third line. But yeah, he's been producing pretty regularly throughout the season for the Panthers. Only 2 games without a point so far for Marchand. So him to get a point, minus 145 at DraftKings is the best price on the board. That's the way I would look for the Panthers. All right. Yeah. Yes, that does just fuck you. The point stacking. Yes, absolutely. Red Wings at Golden Knights. Don't have much here. I thought I would have more with Eichel and Marner and Dorofeyev, my boy, but just going with the Red Wings shots on goal prop, taking Alex DeBrincat 3+ shots on goal, around minus 150. You can find it out there. 4 shots on goal last game, 7 the game before that, 3 or more in 7 of his past 8, including 4 or more in 5 of them. So he's another ladder candidate. 4 shots on goal plus 165, 5 plus 360. So DeBrincat's been shooting the puck a lot. He's always been quite the shooter. So like him to keep shooting the puck there in Vegas. And then going down to the final game On the docket here, I got the Winnipeg Jets at the Los Angeles Kings. Think I'm just primarily attacking the Jets top line here. I like Mark Scheifele to score a goal. He has 9 goals this season, 20 points. He's plus 160. I like Scheifele to get 2 points at plus 205. He's had multiple points in 3 straight games. 4 of his past 5, he's had multiple points. And if the Kings go down early, they can't play that defensive style, and the Jets just keep pouring it on. It's going to be that top line getting it done. So I like Scheifele props there. Also looking at not Kyle Connor props, looking at a Gabe Velarde props. He is a minus 145 to get a point, opposed to Connor minus 285, Scheifele minus 250. Velarde to get an assist though is at plus 125, plus 140 at FanDuel. He has primarily picked up assists in 2 straight, 4 of his past 5, while Scheifele and Kyle Connor are doing the scoring. And yeah, we already saw this game one time this season, and I believe the Jets won that one 3-2. Scheifele scored twice. Velarde had 2 assists, and Kyle Connor had an assist there. And Josh Morrissey also had an assist, and I also am looking at him to get an assist at plus money here. He's picked up an apple in 5 straight games, 6 of his past 7 there, and that one against the Kings back on October 11th to open the season there. Just looking at the top line and Josh Morrissey. Let's just see what a point stack would be for this top line. You got Connor minus 285, adding in Scheifele minus 250 gets you to minus 250. Adding Velarde minus 145 gets you to minus 140. Like they've completely screwed. Like even 2 plus 150, 2 plus 205 gets to plus 244, and then 2 for Velarde gets you to plus 500. Like it's not even worth it. Like maybe it helps if let's do a can you do goal scorer? Let's do Scheifele goal scorer, assist for Velarde, and an assist for Morrissey. That gets you to it's 415. No, it's not even worth it. The books want you to do same game parlays, and you just pay juice multiple times, and that's how they get you. That's how they get you. That's how they get the suckers to try to win big, and they miss by 1 leg or miss by 1 point or 1 shot or get the hook or whatever. It's sick! What an amazing price. Yeah, you get absolutely zero help there by adding a Kyle Connor point to a Mark Scheifele point. That's fantastic. That's good stuff there. So a quick rundown of the players I'm targeting. Not going to say their props, but Geeky, Zaka, Schaefer, Zegras, Hudson, Will Cooley, Tage Thompson, Berturka, Wyatt Johnston, Jason Robertson, Nugent Hopkins, Marcus Johansson, Marco Rossi, Brock Faber, Marcus Johansson, Brendan Hagel, Anthony Cirelli, Leo Carlson, Cutter Gauthier, Troy Terry, Brad Marchand, Alex DeBrincat, Mark Scheifele, Gabe Velarde, and Josh Morrissey are the players I have mentioned, and I have various looks at for the player props for Tuesday night here. Let's throw a quick break, and then we will break down the 5-game slate for Wednesday. So we are brought to you by Underdog, your home for pick'em entries, where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code HGP. And of course, Rhythm is crushing it in college football, NFL, and the NBA. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. A question in the chat here from Adam Osimo. Jets captain is back this game, right? Yeah, Adam Lowry has been activated. It looks like he will play his first game tonight. So yeah, he's going to make a season debut. Should be a good one there for the Jets on the road against the Kings. But yeah, let's look at a quick look here at Wednesday, November 5th. We have 5 games on the docket here, starting off at 7 p.m. Got the Utah Mammoth plus 142 at the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 170. Over 6.5 plus 110. Under 6.5 is minus 130. Of course, we have the Mammoth playing tonight in Buffalo. The Leafs are off tonight, so a good schedule spot for Toronto. Good win against the Penguins after getting outplayed for most of that one. Utah this season, they did win a back-to-back last week in Minnesota and then in Winnipeg. Won both of those games, outshot the other team in both of those games. So maybe Utah is a young enough team where they can go into Buffalo, get a win, and then go right up to Toronto, get another win there. But Leafs have been good at home, 6-2-1. Nylander played last game. I think for this one, I would wait and see what happens tonight with the Mammoth, and then probably just see how high this line gets and take the Mammoth before puck drop, because I think Utah right now is probably a better team than the Leafs, but with the rest advantage, Toronto might be able to get it. But yeah, that would be the way I would look for this one right now. Not going to bet this price, but I would look for Utah at plus 150, plus 160 or better if it does end up getting that high. The total, probably an over. Leafs have been an over team, 11-2 this season. Utah's been an over team as well. Let me see. I think it's for Melka starting tonight, so it will be their backup tomorrow. Vanacek, so you don't really trust Vanacek there. So yeah, the over 6.5 at plus money. Get that before it moves down. It's already down to even money at some books. Right down to 7:30 here. Got the St. Louis Blues plus 130 at the Washington Capitals minus 155. Over 5.5 minus 135. Under 5.5 at plus 114 here. Blues got that win against the Oilers last night somehow. Capitals now lost 4 in a row after the loss in Buffalo. Coming back home, they're only 3-4 at home this season. Have not played well recently and haven't really been playing good competition. Lost to the Senators 7-1, 1-0 in Dallas, 3-1 to the Islanders, and that shootout loss to the Sabres I mentioned. St. Louis is a team that, is very close to being banned from betting on right now. Pierre-Luc Dubois is missing for the Capitals. Jake Neighbors still out for the Blues. They have Robert Thomas back. So they're mostly healthy. If I had to play a side, it would probably be St. Louis, but this is a game I probably will not be touching much on Wednesday night. Down to 9:30 here. Got the Columbus Blue Jackets minus 112 at the Calgary Flames minus 108. Under 6.5 minus 135. Over 6.5 plus 114 here. Flames coming home from a long road trip. They do have 2 days off after beating the Flyers on Sunday night. Still, 4-game road trip out east, coming home to play Columbus. Columbus coming off a loss in road loss on the island on the island against the Islanders on a back-to-back there as well. So tough spot for the Blue Jackets. Slight favorites here in a pick'em, 4-2 on the road. Flames, I don't think, are a good hockey team. I think Columbus here has to be the play. Columbus minus 112 in a pick'em. Yeah, that line will probably go up. They've been a much better team than Calgary so far this season. So yeah, I think Columbus here would be the play, even on the road with the Flames back at the Saddle Dome there. All right, down to 10 o'clock. Oh, what a game here. Chicago Blackhawks plus 154 at the Vancouver Canucks minus 185. Over 5.5 minus 135. Under 5.5 plus 114. Vancouver's now won 2 of 3, 3 of 5, but all 3 were past regulation. Their win in Chicago a few weeks ago was also past regulation in a shootout. Chicago, 3 straight losses after beating Ottawa. But I can't lay minus 185 on the Canucks. If anything, it'll be Blackhawks plus 154. Maybe wait and see what happens to the line. They are without Jason Dickinson. He is out with a shoulder injury. Canucks got Quinn Hughes back. Garland's still out. We'll see what happens there injury-wise, but I can't lay minus 185 on the Canucks, so it would be the Blackhawks here or nothing for me. Right down to the final game on the docket. What a matchup here. Got the San Jose Sharks plus 145 at the Seattle Kraken minus 175. Under 6.5 minus 120. Over 6.5 at even money. I mean, this screams an under game. You got a Shark, you got the Kraken, you got them both under the sea here. Joey Decord has been looking good in net for the Kraken. Kraken have not scored more than 3 goals in any of their past 7 games. San Jose has been more of an over team, though. Over in 8 of their 13 games, they've been a fun team. They've been a good team to go to overtime as well. So maybe just a sneaky overtime play here. San Jose has gone to overtime 2 straight, 3 of 5, and 4 of 7. Seattle 2 of 3 and 5 of their past 10. So maybe just the draw there at plus 300, plus 350. Just a fun bet to have. But if you had to play a side, give me the dog. Give me the Sharks as dogs. Not really quite buying into Seattle yet. Not sure how they're winning. They're getting outplayed, getting outshot in most of these games. Third worst expected goals for percentage. Sharks have second worst. So, but I think Sharks have more high end talent with Celebrini and Will Smith and all those guys there. So yeah, I'll take the Sharks plus 145 and I guess the under for the under the sea game, but I'm probably not going to be betting that. Just betting the tie here. Okay, let me just throw up the puck buck bets for Tuesday that we did to close us out in case anyone is watching and didn't catch us last night. This is going to be around the 36-minute mark of the YouTube video if you want to go on and look at that. We have bets for Archer. Archer's on with us. We have all 3 of them there while I close out the show here. Yeah, good player prop show here. Might try to do this every big slate on a Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to try to do it in the afternoon, maybe a little bit earlier for you guys. If you guys are interested, let me know. Let me know what you think on Twitter at HockeySGPN, in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord, the YouTube comments, 5-star rating and reviews on Apple Podcasts. And yeah, we should be back on Wednesday evening with our normally scheduled program in there for the I think it's a 9-game slate on Thursday. So a smaller slate, but still plenty of action there. Subscribe, do all that good stuff. Yeah, and I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop. See ya.